Hello students, today we are discussing the new protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, that is used in www, right, World Wide Web. That is very common protocol. All of we know when we write the URL of web page, then it is we have to write the HTTP and all, but maximum of us don't know why it is used, right? This is the main protocol which is used. This is also like the we can say it is like the FTP, file transfer protocol. Like file transfer protocol, it also transmit the data and files and use the services of TCP. So that is very much clear. Like FTP, it also made the connection, like reliable connection using the TCP, right? After that, we transfer the data to the server, and after that we get the response. But what is the difference between HTTP and FTP? In FTP, we are creating the two connections. One is the control connection, another one is the data connection. But here we have only one connection. We are also transmitting the messages from client to server. In that case, we can also say HTTPs also work like SMTP. Like in SMTP, we have the MIME headers as we discussed yesterday's lecture, right? In that case, we also have the MIME headers that we have already discussed. So I am not briefing this. If you want to know, then you see the lecture email, right? In that case, how it works, server is requesting, get the request by client. What is a client? Obviously browser we have. In browser, whenever you type the URL, that will that request will be passed to the server. After that, your request will be solved immediately, right? So whatever we want, whatever commands we give, that will be transmit from client to server, right? And this particular HTTP is run on port 80. Many of you already done with this. Like we are transmit the protocols, transmit the information. In that case, we also have the request information. I show you request information. Each message have the header. There is a separator, you can say. Here is a body of the message. Status line, headers, blank line, body present only in some message. That depends upon the message you requested. So we have the different type of messages. For example, whenever you request for anything, then you have used different type of methods. For example, get, post. These are the different methods through which you transmit the information from client side to the server side. In that case, when you send the information from client side to server side, you can use different types of method. Get method, post method. Whenever you want to send your information secretly from client to server, in that case you can use the post method. If there is no important information, then you can use the get method. We have the different types of methods, and you can see that in detail if you want. In HTTP, we have the two types of connection. One is the persistent connection, another one is the non-persistent connection. Prior to HTTP version 1, we have the non-persistent connection. Now we will discuss what is the non-persistent connection. For example, client wants to communicate with the server. In that case, client want multiple communications, right? Then in that case, each client, for each request, not each client, for each request, client has to made the connection with the server. For if next time the client again wants to send some data, then again we will have some connection. After that it will be closed. That means whenever you want to send the data, each time you have to open the connection and close the connection according to the need, right? So in that case we have two round trip, 2 RTT per object we need. In case of persistent connection, what happened? Client and server made a connection that is persistent. For each for many requests, only one client server connection is used. For that there will be some option we can do, timeout option. For example, after, just like you have the session timeout, like that you can have the timeout option for the persistent connection. For example, your connection will be made for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It depends upon the things ki, so you can do with the help of timeout that your persistent connection will be closed, right? And in HTTP we also use the proxy server concept. All of you have heard about proxy server. What proxy server do? It cache the web page so that each time not all requests will be transferred to the web server. We have already seen in domain name server what is the cache concept. Whenever we request the page, that we can store in the cache of a system, so that each time whenever you request for a web page, your request will not be transmitted to the web server, so that accessing is fast as well as network traffic will be decreased. So that things will be we can use with the help of the HTTP. Thank you, students.